I think it's time to bring up our segment that is going to be clipped out and turned into its own whole part of it, Cinematic Perspectives. So welcome everybody to Cinematic Perspectives. This is where we watch a movie trailer or four, and then we proceed to talk about it. You can expect Baxter to be very harsh and critical. Flacco, well, he loves all of that stuff because he picked him, so it's going to be stuff that he want to see. And then
now you're over exaggerating. You're overselling the fuck out of it. That's not what's happening. But you know what? Baxter, let it go. I'm gonna let it go. This is you selling it. All right, let's go.
Let's go.
This week.
And it's for them this week. We're going to watch them. We're going to talk about the trailers after. It's tends to go off in different directions. It's a great conversation, and you should make sure to check it out. So subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and leave a comment telling us if you watched the movie and if you feel the trailer lived up to your expectations. On that note, let us get into the first trailer. Damn, my mouse is failing me. Let us get into the first trailer. And I'm sharing the screen. This is the first time we're sharing the screen today. Oh shit, it changed. Where's the fucking option? There we go. We're good.
This is the trailer for X-Men 97. Series that will be on Disney Plus.
All right.
Watch the series finale
Back at it.
X-Men next Saturday morning. Check your local listings.
I'm grateful to have the chance to say goodbye. I am proud of you all, my X-Men.
Fate lies in our hands now. Now.
We have to stay vigilant. The professor entrusted us with his dream.
No matter how dark it is, we must believe in each other.
We get this done by working together as a team.
Jeez, bub. Keep buzzing in my ear.
Heads up!
To me, my X-Men. Magneto.
The last will and testament of Charles Xavier. Everything he built now belongs to me.
Bro. That's cool.
So, to give a little bit of backstory, apparently this series is picking up where the series left off at. So if you were to watch that all 5 seasons of X-Men, the animated series, and then you ran into this new season that's coming on Disney, it's all supposed to fit together.
That's incredible. I'm not excited about a lot of modern X-Men shit, but I watched the fuck out of that show when I was a kid. That theme song is one of my favorite things. Like, just hearing the notes and that little remix version they played brought this dopamine hit of pure nostalgic pleasure to my brain. I am real excited for this shit. Like, everybody looks exactly the same, even with like the modernized like graphics and shit. They showed everybody to let you know that they're all there except for Xavier. This is fucking cool. Even if it's trash, I'm excited and I'm gonna watch the whole thing.
I agree. Although I do think the animation looks a little janky, but you won't know till you see the actual show. Yeah, I feel like it looks a little kind of like little jank. But
I'm like this is what looks like could have been the closest thing to that, because you can never, nothing's gonna be able to get that old feel
No, I
right?
don't
Like
think.
I imagine it's like with us with like Pro Tools and like digital versus like
No, I
real
feel
to
like the
real.
animation for the show, for the classic show, was like better than this. You know what I'm saying? But whatever. I'm saying it looks that way. When you actually watch the show, it might not be that way. Because I also saw a
Right.
fight scene where they're fighting Sentinels that looked mad smooth. So I was like, I'm gonna reserve my judgment for seeing the show. I
Word.
also appreciate that they got the same voice actors, and
They
I
did.
also want to point out how like the voices are so ingrained in us, not just from the TV show though, but they're the voices that they used for the Marvel video games too. So a lot of like when I listen to it, I hear like a lot of lightning storm and all that shit that
Right.
they would say in the video
Right.
games. Optic blast.
Right.
And I appreciate that. But yeah, this is gonna be dope.
Yeah.
That's
I
exciting.
think the same. It's
Vilco.
exciting. It's exciting. To give further MCU world news, right? That's related to this. This year, Marvel, because of the writer's strike and whatnot, this year Marvel only has like two things coming out. They only have like two or three things coming out. One of them is this series, and then the Deadpool movie. And I don't think that they have anything else on the like list to come out this year.
My
Also,
So
understanding
like
is that they did not do well at the box office last year with Marvel.
no, they besides right like dwindling, it definitely isn't. They haven't seen any success with the latest phase of movies the way that they did with like Endgame and like the end of the last phase. But that's also like a culmination of 10 years of movie making into two movies that were like it's incomparable. You can't really fucking be like putting these numbers up against that type of shit. That's like fucking, you know, I don't know. It's
there's
just
also
numbers you didn't know be able to match up to.
and there's a lot more to take into consideration, right? Like,
Yeah.
also now everybody knows what a Marvel movie is, and everybody knows the money that they could make, right? So, like, back when they were signing Chris Evans and Chris Hemsworth and all these other people, they could be like, "Yo, lock in for 3 movies at this price," and they're like, "Wow, that's a great deal. At least I'll be working for 3 movies." Like, you know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
Now, if they go to an actor and he's like, lock in for 3 movies, they're like, I want $1 billion. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
I want
Right.
a
Right.
bajillion schmajillion
Yeah.
dollars.
Yeah. Yeah. Not everybody is coming into this business like, oh no, if you want to lock me down for that long and tie me down into
Right.
this horrendous contract of playing this like a revered and beloved character,
Over the
then
span of like
you
10,
better
possibly 10 movies. Like,
yeah, yeah, you better pay me fucking cajillion dollars and shit. And
right. And so, like,
definitely everybody, yeah.
it's all
But no, it's
different.
not. It literally, Holden, it's not. Literally, the reason is just the writer's strike. You know what I mean? The writer's strike, because Marvel movies in particular have so much shit behind them.
No.
There's no way to just, we could just drop this.
And
like
I'm not saying that that's the
this
reason that they
year
only have.
immediately.
I'm not saying that's the only reason they have 2 things coming out. I'm saying that's the reason why it's not the same as it was before. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like like it's one thing to have an actor audition for a movie. It's another thing to have them audition to be a character that's going to be like played out for multiple movies across television and like theater.
They're going through that right now because they're going
Right.
to have to bring these. Like, the reason that they're doing the X-Men animated series this year and getting everybody old X-Men riled up is because they know that they're probably like 2 or 3 years out from like their big X-Men movie reboot of the whole franchise. And there's like lots of talks of all sorts of actors. I heard Henry Cavill is going to play everything from Cyclops to Mr. Sinister to Wolverine. So it's just like, you know what I mean? Like right now, everybody's excited because there's a lot of names that are being thrown around because this is definitely going to be coming. But there is also, Marvel heads have talked about, there's somebody, I think Eric Perlmutter or somebody is back in charge, and like they're like, yeah, we are gonna fucking dial back. Actually, like we're gonna fucking
they should
cut back on. We're gonna cut back, and we're gonna focus on making sure that you know what I mean. Like it's only like 2 or 3 things for the year, and it'll be 2 movies, 1 series, or something like that. And like
they started out
be more
pretty
concise and more focused.
And they started out pretty strong with the series, like WandaVision and fucking Loki, but then they kind of like teetered off with She-Hulk and some of the other ones. Also, the head writer for this show got fired recently.
I really like the What If show.
For the X-Men for the X-Men. Yeah, he just got fired. But also in the middle of that news, also came the news that they already are working on a season 3. Like they already had a season 2 done or planned, but like now they're like going through a season 2 and definitely going to do a season 3 of this. So, you know, good news, bad news.
Bad news
so
for that
anyway,
guy.
Yeah, bad news for that guy. That's all it was. I just wanted to include that extra bit of information for any Marvel heads out there.